Truly, the most casualties won't come from any of the planets. It'll come from the fish tank. Hey, welcome back to more Mass Effect 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we explored around the Citadel for a bit, and this time we'll be looking around the Normandy. We're going to start off by checking out the war terminal. War assets are the big thing with the game here. Of course, we'll be wanting to collect people from all across the galaxy in order to get ourselves a little bit of anything, like at all. It'll be really nice. But we'll be getting, I'll probably read through some of these at a later point. But one of the big things with Expanded Galaxy mod is that some of these will actually, they'll change over time. So, that's just a nice little neat thing. We saw at the end of last episode that there was like a marker for some battles, so that was a major defeat. That's, that. Some things will change over time. I like the two people at the gate there.
The Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate. Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Of any of the, frontline people, or not frontline, any of the, assistants, Trader is by far the best. It's not, a huge thing there, but, yeah. Goddamn, I'll read that. One of the big things with EGM is the Normandy Manifest, which has a lot of different stuff that we can do. A lot of just, flavor stuff that we will go through. And again, I'll be working through this. We could cycle through the appearances just to, if we want to have our people in different gear, but I will not. Just because, I don't know, it's whatever. The crew manifest, we can give a bunch of different people different spots, but we're not going to quite yet. There's a lot of people that we're missing. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could really go with. Could probably EXO with Joker, but it's fine. That's stuff that we'll edit further as we go along. But again, it is just a lot of flavor, which I really like, so, you know, still cool.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Edie and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
How's the ship running, Edie?
I always work at optimal capacity.
Well, the Normandy's good. Everything's upgraded and better than ever. If we're talking about the crew, you'd probably have to ask a people person.
We can't beat the Reapers just with a skeleton crew.
I have the capacity to accommodate the slacking of any number of productively suspect humans, Shepard.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing.
Perhaps you should consider upgrading my hardware.
Retrofits are always a pain in the ass. Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus.
That was very awkward.
Commander?
Yes, Shepard.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Yeah, I like the... I'm gonna be checking in with Joker and Edie quite a bit, but they're not necessarily... Like, they don't have too many instances of, like, more in-depth dialogue. It's a bit generous of a way to say it. But we gotta go record? We gotta look for our fish eventually. The fuck is that? Yeah, whatever. Ooh. Well, yeah, we'll let the music change a little bit. We'll read for the emails after we're done going through everyone. We'll check in with the crew deck. We're our next spot to hop in. Of course, right away we met with the board of doom. Yeah. Got Thane's old quarters. And the, of course, most important mini quest right at the start, finding all of our models. Just stowed them away all over the place. Stealing all our models, come on. And, like, come on. It's an observation deck. Why wouldn't we have the window open? So, of course, the Normandy is the same layout as it was in 2, but it's just slightly different now in terms of what they got. And since Copeland... Oh. Ooh. Oh my. Well, I will absolutely be grabbing these. I'm sure it's fine. More models! That's the important thing, though. As many models as we can. Starboard observation. A lot more books. And of course, we gotta get those windows open. Come on, don't you want to look into the vastness of space and tremble in fear? That's always what I want to do. Space is kind of fucking terrifying, to be honest. Oh, hell yeah. much jazzier.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old medbay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection. Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Chalk was also base as hell.
Don't make them like this anymore, Shepard.
We'll grab some more. That, there we go. We'll grab that and I'll fix that up between parts at some point. So right here we do have Dr. Eva's body. Robot body. The robot body. Beep boop. I'm gonna change to that playlist. It's a little too loud for my liking. And it looks like a lot of Mass Effect 1 sounds from the look of it. Of course, right now, as we mentioned with Joker, a bit of a skeleton crew, not too many people out here. Of course, will get filled up over time, both in terms of the mod-exclusive things, and also just having more of our friends aboard. Because really, that's what the Reapers needed. They needed to have the power of friendship.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Every so often, we'll also get some things from the...
Less than ideal. Whole worlds are being lost to the Reapers. What more will it take?
Hell, maybe the Council's just taking petty revenge for Shepard hanging up on them all those years ago.
Wait, Shepard did what?
Oh, sorry, I think we're going through some dark matter. Hello? Hello?
Every so often, we'll get some extra things on here. On this here Shadowbroker terminal, Farron's persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to the Normandy, technically illegal in Citadel space, because Omnigel Converter and Manufacturing Fabricator can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armor, for shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. I struggled with ammo, so we'll add that.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
There's still a lot of people alive down there. I have to remember that.
You will. It's the war we warned everyone about for years. And if I know you, Shepard, you'll make them proud.
Oh, hell yeah.
This terminal contains
Run the activities all notes, perhaps reviewing will lead to something useful for the Prothean device, VR. This is... I think this is Liara's own notes. Yeah. We'll read through these. University of Ceres agreed to sponsor me at the Prothean digs that on Jetria. Very exciting. Professor Hanella is heading an expedition herself for me. We can ask her for her opinion on my thesis outline, attachment, thesis on Prothean first contact protocols. 2174, I believe Dr. Deshawn was right to suggest that Prothean artifacts were unearthed from the Third Age, not the Fourth. What an embarrassing mistake. At least he seemed to approve of the rest of the paper. 183. Going on the Theorem expedition. Never thought I'd gain permission to go to visit Prothean ruins there, but the University of Ceres must have secured funding after all. Now to pack. Part 2. This human, Shepard, has the key to comprehending Protheans at an instinctual subconscious level. If only I could have been there when the commander touched the beacon on Eden Prime. I'll try to learn more about the cipher on board the Normandy. The involvement of the Reapers is troubling, to say the least. 2185, I reviewed the old Shadowbroker's footage of the Collectors, showing to know that the Protheans' husks. There's nothing sentient could possibly remain after what the Reapers did to them. From Farron to the Broker, I made contact with Tazik yesterday. The look on his face was priceless. He's unhappy he put me in charge of scumming the Terminus systems, but he's doing a good job of keeping us alive. We've seen so many pirates and mercs on edge. Black market's unreliable, and it's getting harder to make contact with suppliers. The Alliance won't be able to rely on it as a source of the device's materials for long if things get worse. You have the operatives think we should just cut our losses now, but I just keep asking him, when did the odds ever stop the Shadow Broker? Farron. P.S. I hope you finally got a little friend Droney to stop saying Shadow and Broker out loud in the same sentence to anyone in sight. Finally, the Ava Core Research Entry 1. Almost all the infiltration max data was wiped when it was shut down, but EDI was able to pull some corrupted manifest data from the firmware. The code's architecture appears remarkably similar to EDI's. That's unsurprising given that they're both serverless AIs. What is remarkable is the way that the code itself is structured. The infiltration software was almost entirely built around links to what looks like memory emulation code, as if the AI was intended to draw upon implanted memories. Even more curiously, EDI claims that much of it matches the code that the Illusion Man wrote himself. It wouldn't be professional to jump to conclusions, but I'm beginning to suspect there's more to the name Ava Core than just a cover.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser.
I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
It's very nice to have a shadow broker on your ship. I assume every ship needs one of those.
Please, enjoy your day.
I also do like Glyph. Glyph's a fun little dude. Just a little dude. Head down into engineering. Just to keep ourselves going through.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Come on, at that rate, you can make Joker jealous. Stealing his woman like that, his robot woman. I generally don't remember if the oh, whoops. I generally don't remember if all the rooms are opened up initially in base game or if that's an EGM thing. I feel like they're sequentially opened up, but I could just be entirely fucking wrong. I always get messed up with navigating engineering. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. There isn't. It's not all there. Move into starboard, where we got the reporter's room.
How's your new assignment working out?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry. Commander.
With great sadness. I love the Elcor so much. The Elcor are just little dudes. They're very big. They're just little dudes, though. Spiritually, they're just little dudes.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. With my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them?
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The Collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Keep up the hard work. but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Or do. I can't stop you. Of the new members of the crew, Cortez is probably my least favorite. He's not a bad character. He's just kind of there more than anything else. Yeah, he's fine. Perfectly serviceable as a character, but I don't know, just never really was anything special. Bunch of upgrades. We of course have the procurement interface right here. We can get some more things just to fit alongside with the... Just add some more stuff on here. We're gonna get all the navigation charts that we can. They'll always be useful. And I could have sworn there's a box that has a bunch of weapon upgrades for free. But maybe not. 'Tis possible.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Tough choice. But it was the right call.
You think so?
I would have done the same.
That's what's funny. You were doing the same thing. You took out the collectors. We never needed that intel.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
I do.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war!
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, loco.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
As long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
I don't want to do every single, I want to do every single interrupt. Again, it's kind of basic, you know? Having the maxed out everything. I like having my little differences. Really? I feel like there's gotta be some that we're missing.
Hey again. What's up?
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
So with a nice cycle through all of the everything, very descriptive, I know, through the entirety of the Normandy, that will do it for this time. Yeah, I'll do it for this time. Next time, we'll probably start Priority Palaven. And yeah, we'll definitely be reading through those emails. But until then, see you guys later.